Welcome to the Elegance of Nae. I'm your host, Nae, and on this podcast, we'll be talking about a variety of topics with amazing stories. Let's get into it, shall we? Hello, guys. Welcome back to the Elegance of Nae podcast. I am your host, Nae, and this is part 3 of episode 1. If you have not listened to episode 1, I would say pause right here and go back and take a listen to episode 1 and 2 so you can be all caught up with this third part all together. And today we got a lot in store, so let's get into it, shall we? Continuing from episode 2, I want to say that moving forward is a big accomplishment, whether you see it that way or not. Moving forward is pushing yourself to become a new you, a new version of who you are. Moving forward is easier said than done, but it's all about your motivation, your determination, your dedication. Moving forward isn't easy, but it's a step to becoming who you really want to become for yourself. How you want to become the person that you see yourself out to be. When someone asks, who are you? What's the first thought that comes to mind? Is it something positive? Is it something negative? Or it's like a little in between the lines? When you're moving forward into your next stages of life, do you see yourself in a better light? Or you see the downsides of things that don't even need to be in your life? Think about it. Does it define you? Does it change you? Does it help you grow? When it comes to moving forward, it's like taking baby steps or going up a roller coaster. But it's something going. It's a new goal. It's a new set for yourself. Moving forward for me through all of those things so far in my life, and that's just the beginning. It doesn't define me. However, it did shape me to be the woman that I am today. Through those many obstacles that I've been through, I can definitely say I'm happy where I am today. Because at one point in my life, I did not want to be here. I just wanted to check out and be like, all right, I had enough of life today. But in reality, I'm glad that I didn't. Because I wouldn't be able to sit here and tell my story or tell people the difference between the rough things, the rough patches, and the positive things, and the outcomes of goals that you can really see for yourself. Moving forward is a new stage for you, a new stage of life. And it takes time to get there. However, it's a new beginning, a new start. Do you get up every day and tell yourself good morning, or give yourself some positive energy, or make sure to smile within your day? No. Yes, maybe so. Starting off your day in a positive way can bring you new insight on life. It can give you a new intake on your goals and how you want to see yourself in life. Sometimes when we're going through our rough patches, yes, it's rough. However, it's just a moment. It's just a little bump. But it doesn't define you. It doesn't put you in a point of your life where you can't grow from it. You can't move from it. You're not set still. It's not like someone is holding you down or putting you in a chokehold. And I know sometimes it may feel that way. But in reality, you're still okay. Even if it's a moment in life where I feel like you can't breathe, or feel like everything's coming down on you, or you feel like you can't move, or you can't get enough of something, or it's always something happening. Yes, that's a part of life. However, it's only a period of your life. You don't have to stay there for long. But it's about how you maneuver to get through it, to carry on. Life, sometimes we have our poetic ethics, but it's about how you go through your grace of elegance. And it takes time to get there too. But you're still moving on. You're still moving forward. And usually I say every day to others, keep growing and glowing. Or KGG. And I say that because even though you may be at a rough stage in your life, you're still growing and you're still glowing. Whether your light is a little dim or not, you're still growing and you're still glowing. And it took time for you to get there. Even if it seemed like, oh man, I can't do it. Oh man, I can't go through with this. You're still here. Probably years ago, you wouldn't even have thought that you would be there. But you're still here. And you're still getting through. You're still going through it. You're still moving. You're not sitting still. It may seem like you're in one place right now, but that's only for a moment. And that just shows that you're still moving forward. You're still growing and glowing. I also say don't forget to smile. DFTS for short. And I say that because even if we're having a rough day, a bad day, or a day that makes us so upset, find something that put a smile on your face. Even if it's a little laugh, a little grin, something to add a little light on the dark day. Yeah, it may seem rough, but it's only for a moment. Yes, it may give you a headache. Yes, it may want you to be so egotistic or wanting to throw hands or whatever, but it's only for a moment. Even if that moment feel like it's taking forever, or oh man, when can I get this over? Have you paid attention to why it's taking so long? Have you sat back to listen? Is there something I'm doing wrong? Sometimes it may not be us being wrong or doing wrong. However, we can sit back and really analyze what's the problem. And some things can be solved on our own. Sometimes some things are out of our control. But we still moving forward. Sometimes lessons are of our essence, and we can all grow from it. Even if we bumped our heads so many times, even if we just had enough of our day and time, we still get through it. It's not easy, but that's life, right? You're okay. You made it till today. You made it to where you can grow, you can push forward, you can tell people how your day is going, whether it's good, bad, ratchet, ghetto, ugly, sad, whatever. But it's you telling your story. You're telling what happened to you today. Whether that's someone you feel comfortable in telling it to, or rather it's not, but it's someone listening to you. I can definitely say that life always has its ups and downs, but it's about the lessons and the stages that you come around from, that you get from your knowledge of bumping your head or stubbing your toe or going through a moment of the untold where you don't want to tell others what you're going through. Yeah, we have those moments of feeling alone. Yeah, we have those moments where it seems like we need more assistance or we need help along the way. And that's okay too. If we have the resources, why not ask for help, right? But don't take advantage of it. Sometimes we get opportunities in our life to grow from. Sometimes we have opportunities in our life where people can lend you a hand and you can treat it right, or you can stub your toe and drop it or fumble the bag and it's out of sight. But it's all about what have you learned from it. How do you learn from a lesson that you didn't know that would go anywhere for you? For example, if you are on a mission to be a successful, let's say, engineer or artist or musical musician, but you didn't know where you were going with it, but you wanted being a success with it, don't you have moments where you have lessons? Don't you have to go through the trials and tribulations in order to become that best in that field or try to strengthen your skills? We all go through it. It doesn't matter what career we're trying to go in, no matter if we have friends or not. It's still lessons to go through. And we have the teacher above us telling us the rights and wrongs, whether if we are in the wrong or right. And it's okay if we stub our toes to be able to do that. But it's just life. Even though I've been through all those things that I've been through so far in my life, I can definitely say, and I love giving advice on those things that I've been through, because you never know with you telling your story to someone how much that can help them, how they can relate to you, how that can help them grow in a different way, or if they can see things in a different light. You never know. Sometimes telling your story to certain people or telling people what you've been through or giving advice, it can benefit somebody in a different way or in a different light, and you wouldn't even know until it's either shown to you, spoken to you, or you just see it for yourself. We all go through different points where when we come encounter with random people, strangers per se, we don't understand that we come across these people because God put us there to tell us, tell that person different stories, to either become friends with them, to be able to tell them lessons, to be able to give them advice, to be able to help them in that moment in time. And we don't even realize that we're doing it until it happens. And that's okay too. A lot of people come in our lives to be friends, sometimes to be enemies, sad to say, but people come in our lives for different things. But it's all up to you, rather what you do and say with those people. Rather you know how things are going to go with you and that individual. Rather you can create a kid with this person. Rather you can grow with this person. Rather you can throw hands with this person. It's a lot of ways you can go with a person once you encounter them. And that can go in a positive way or the negative way. Sometimes when you come across someone, when they say certain things to you, it can be a positive light to you or a negative light. But either way, sometimes their words or their opinions spark something new in you. Whether it's negative or positive anyway. It's something that needed to be said to you. Whether we needed to hear it or not. Even though I've once again said my story so far, that's just the beginning. That's just barely scraping the top of the mountain or whatever. Like, it's not even the top of my story. Not even the top of my legacy. I'm still building my legacy. And it's just the beginning. Besides me being a podcaster, I am a writer. I write, poetry. I sing. I dance. I'm an artist. I have two businesses. I have two businesses. One for art and one that's a youth mentoring program. And, I'll talk more about that as these episodes continue. I'm not going to share too much, but I will share certain feedback the more you tune in to different episodes, whether that's solo or with guests. Now, I do know the next episode will have a guest, so I hope you stay tuned for that. Hey guys, we wanted to take a quick little break just to do a quick shout out to TC's Art Gallery. That is T as in Tom, C as in Cat, S as in Sam Art Gallery. They do custom art, custom jewelry, and custom photos. They also help with your logo, updating your website, or if you need a website, and they help with social media advertisement or social media management. If you don't feel like dealing with your social media at all, contact TC's Art Gallery today. That is T as in Tom, C as in Cat, S as in Sam Art Gallery. And also check out their website at tcsartgalleryllc.square.site. All right, back to the show. Now, I know that my stories that I've said so far is just the tip of the iceberg, right? However, I'm not saying my stories for empathy or sympathy. I'm telling them just to give advice and just to tell you how I got through things in my story. That's not to change your story or to add on to your story. However, it's just giving you a little feedback into my life, giving you a little intel of things that I've been through, some very big obstacles, some very big, huge hills that I had to go through. But of course, I'm still here. I'm still able to tell you them. I'm still able to grow through them. And I've healed through them. And once again, it took me time to get through that. Yes, I've lost so many people in 1 year, and yes, I did not tell all 10 of them. Because already alone with that just brief summary of a few people that I've told, they still hit hard. And it was still really hard to get through that. The whole year of 2022, after dealing with the passing of my grandmother, that was just really felt like the beginning. And that whole year alone taught me what grieving really meant, what grieving really is, and how to overcome it. That was a really dark time in my life where I didn't want to move. I didn't want to be bothered. I didn't want to talk to anyone. I didn't want to tell anybody anything. I was just to myself in my room, crying, sad, moping. I couldn't move. It was like I was at a set still for half of a year. But even though I went through that, towards the end of the year, I was pushing myself out the door every day that I can get my hands on. I was working, started back working again, helping family. And with that, I was able to push through a very tough time in my life. Yes, I still have my moments where I still grieve because I'm human. We're all human. But with that, even though I went through that time, there was a huge light at the end of that tunnel. And with that light, I was able to start my business called TC's Art Gallery, LLC. And with my business, I've been able to show others my art, show people my talents that I have. And just because it says TC's Art Gallery and you guys just think of paintings or drawings, no. I'm going to really diversify the word art. Really tap into it. Show you how many pieces of art there is. Whether that's performing arts, whether that's like dancing on the stages, singing, writing, whatever that defines the word art. I'm going to diversify it and I'm going to show you guys what that really means to me. And with that saying, after all that, after pushing through, after growing, after healing, after becoming more positive with myself, I was able to make a business, have my first show, and it went lovely. I was able to show my many talents, just one of my many talents, really, to be able to show others that even though I've been through this really rough year previously, look how far I've come. Look how I was able to drag myself out of that. And I wasn't alone. If it wasn't for those that are around me that loved me, that cared for me, that catered to me, and also with God's assistance, I wouldn't have come that far. I wouldn't be able to get out of that hole. I wouldn't be able to get through that. And truth be told, it was hard. And even after going through that, going through the grievance, and once I actually was able to get out the house before I even started my business, once I got out of the house and to get some fresh air and to be around others, to enjoy my surroundings, I caught COVID. And then I had to stay in a house for a minute. And that was a dark time for me too. Because in those moments, I had to heal by myself. I felt like I was not gonna lie, I felt like I was gonna die. But thank God I didn't. And thank God I healed from it. That was a rough time for me too. Because I felt alone. It felt cold, dark, and depressing. I couldn't come outside, couldn't talk to anybody but through the phone or through a screen door. I couldn't even talk to anyone. That was hurtful too. It was saddening. I didn't want to go. I wanted to be outside so bad after that. being able to talk to people, being able to see the sunlight, feel the sun hugging me, that was hard. I never wanted to experience that again. That was a very dark time, and it was forced upon me. I never want to go through that again. It felt so cold. I felt weak. I lost a lot of weight from that too. Having cold sweats, coughing, waking up, having to take care of yourself, and all your family can do is give you things at a doorstep. It hurt. That was hard, but I got through it. I was able to heal from that. And it took a minute. But it seems so long when you're in that moment, but when you look back, it was really of a short time period. It wasn't that long. But it felt like forever. But I was so happy to get out of it, to be able to smell the air, to breathe again, to feel that happiness come upon me again. It was good to feel that way. I was able to celebrate a birthday, to enjoy myself with friends and family. And then that's when I stumbled upon my business. In the mix of, through all of that, I created a business. And it starts with TC's Art Gallery. That's just one of my businesses, but we'll get into the other one soon. But with this one, I started out with just showing people my art. While I was going through those dark periods, I chose to find an outlet of expressing myself through my art, doing paintings and drawings and elements of my life that I can speak through, to show people certain pains that I've went through, but also to look at the outcome that I've came out of. Through those rough times, through those rough elements, I still was able to stand on my 2 feet and stand my ground. Yes, I almost got pushed over or tried to get, blown away from where I was supposed to be, but I stood my ground, 10 toes down. But that took a moment. It definitely taught me a lesson of don't take life for granted. Don't miss your opportunities when you have those moments for yourself. When you see an opportunity coming your way and it seems like a great opportunity for you and it's all valid, go for it. Go for it. Otherwise, you're going to be looking back like, I wish I did this. I wish I could have did that. The woulda, coulda, shoulda is going to start coming, and you have a huge regret. But if it's an opportunity and you're able to go for it, you're able to do it, do it. Go for it. It's that determination that needs to kick in. That push that you need to start where you want to be. Go for it. And even though, like I said, it's always easier said than done, but it always takes that one step to be able to get to where you want to be for yourself. That one step. I chose to make my art business not only just to be about me, but to also uplift others through my platform. With my art shows, I try to bring other businesses that are trying to grow, that are trying to be seen, and be able to have them a part of my legacy too. I love upbringing people that are strongly dedicated in what they really are passionate about. If you're serious and you're determined and you have a goal and you have a mission, tell me about it. And if I'm able to help, I will help. And even if I'm not, I will try my best to network with others to get you the help if I can really do it for you. That's why besides me doing custom art or custom jewelry or custom photos, I also help with helping you with the logo, helping you build your website or updating your website, or even helping you with social media advertisement if you need help with just advertising. What are you selling? What are you promoting? Or even management. If you don't want to even take over your social media, I can handle it for you. Just tell me what you're looking for. I chose to give those services because I like serving others, but only in a great light, to uplift you, to motivate you, so others can see who you are and so you're able to tell your story. If you have a dream and goal and you see yourself going far with something, don't let no one stop you from that. Don't let no one doubt what you have for yourself. If you have a goal for yourself and you see yourself in a certain lighting, go for it. If you're able to get the connections and do what you need to do it, go for it. Don't let nobody stop you. Sometimes certain goals and dreams are kept to be to yourself. Sometimes the true meaning of moving in silence is truly needed sometimes in your life. And moving in silence means you're moving in peace for yourself, but you're also in comfort because you know that you're going to get some things done. And by the time people see you, you're already shining so bright. Nobody can stop you. Nobody can stop you. That's why I say keep growing and glowing. Keep growing and glowing. Keep growing in the way that you can see yourself at the top or the peak of your own mountain. Keep glowing in a way that nobody can dim your light. Nobody can stun on you. Nobody can hold you to an extent of not being able to pursue you or whatever. Keep growing and glowing. If you feel like it's in you to be where you want to be, or you feel like it's in you to go to a certain extent or to just grow and glow, you got this. Keep going. Everybody has bumps in the roads. Yes, sometimes things are going to hold you back or try to hold you back or stop you from growing in the way that you see yourself. However, don't let it stop you. If you're able to get around it, get around it. If you're able to leap over it, leapfrog, whatever, you got this. We all stumble, but that don't mean we're going to fall. You got to get a grip, put yourself 10 toes down, and keep stunting that walk. Keep going. Keep going. You're going to be okay. You're going to be okay. Even if it's a sad moment, even if it's a moment where it's a lot to take in, and that happens too. Sometimes having your own business or trying to chase your dreams can be overbearing. It can. But you got to be smart about it. You got to work smarter, not harder. You do got to hustle though. You got to hustle and grind to be determined, to be dedicated, to be devoted, because no one can see your dream but you. No one can see what you see. No one can see what God blessed you to do. No one can see your purpose that God has put for you. Nobody but you. But you and God, literally. Your purpose is what's been meant for you. And you either have missed that opportunity or you haven't. Sometimes it doesn't matter how old you are, as long as you're doing it. You can be 52 years old, sitting at your house and said, I wish I did that. But little do you know, you can still do it. Age ain't nothing but a number. If you have a goal or a dream that you see yourself out to be, go for it. Age is not nothing but a number. Yes, in certain areas, you have to be a particular age to go to a certain extent. However, you're still doing it, aren't you? You're still pursuing it, aren't you? So go for it. No one is stopping you but you. If somebody's literally holding you back, well, I hope not, okay? Because, that's a little dangerous. But I just hope that you can get through this. You can show others that, yeah, you said this about me, about my business, but look how far I've come. Go on and brush your shoulders off. Sit back, look at the reality that you built for yourself. Look at the goals that you've met for yourself. Every day is a new accomplishment. Every step that you take every day, every time that you wake up and see the light of day, that's a new accomplishment for that day. Because it took that one step to get you to where you want to be for yourself. It takes time, yes. Yes, it does. But you're growing, you're glowing, you're moving. And the only person that is stopping you is yourself. Don't let nobody put a negative insight on your light. Don't let nobody dim your light. Don't let nobody stop you from moving from where you want to be in life. Don't let nobody do that. The only person that should be able to stop you is you. If you are able to put yourself in a room and tell yourself, I'm going to do this today, the other side of you should be like, all right, how we going to do it? How we moving? How are we going? That's the only thing you should be saying to yourself. Positive insight, not negative. Don't be negative towards yourself. Don't do that to yourself. Don't do it. Don't be negative. Always shine a light on yourself. Always be the best version of yourself. You have to keep growing and glowing. No matter how low or how hard of a time period that you're going through, keep going. You got this. You got this. If anybody ain't gonna have your back, have your own back. Pat yourself on the back for as many accomplishments that you even do in silence. Have your own back. Because you got this. You got this. It takes one step at a time. Just one step. It ain't easy all the time. But that one step can keep you pushing forward, can keep you moving forward, can keep you from motivating yourself to a new light of day. Because it's you telling you to do it. Even if you have friends and family that's motivating you, that's what's up. However, your own determination, your own motivation that's what's going to help you. That's what's going to help you grow. That's what's going to make you determined to be where you want to be. That's what's going to be like, hey, yo, look how far I've come from this. Look how far I've accomplished this. Keep going. That's just the tip of the iceberg. Even if you feel like you've made it, that you're successful, that's what's up. You can sit back and relax for a little bit, but don't get comfortable. Don't get comfortable. Because as soon as you get comfortable, you'll miss the insight on the light that you continue to have. Don't dim your light by getting comfortable. Don't get lazy. Stand up. Sit up. Do something. Yes, you can take a break. Yes, you can have vacations. Yes, you can take a moment where you need to be like, whew, that was a lot. But don't get comfortable there. Keep growing and glowing. Keep pushing yourself. Keep shining through as many lights as you can shine. Keep opening more doors for yourself than you can even think of. Keep going. Thanks for tuning in to another episode of the Elegance of Nae podcast. I'm your host, Nae, and make sure to like, share, and subscribe, and also follow us at the Elegance of Nae podcast. Until next time, see ya.